going to be a nightmare playthrough. If you want to see Inferno, we'll be posting that as soon as our YouTube hits 100 follows. So make sure to follow the YouTube if you want to see me suffer. I played through a little bit of this game, but I never finished it. It's so big. It's really a challenge to figure everything out to beat it without a guide. Just the way the 3D map is set up and all the wandering around and exploring you have to do. It definitely is a daunting task to beat this game without a guide. Honestly, on the higher difficulties, the bosses are actually less of a challenge than the enemies themselves. Because if you've got a bunch of enemies surrounding you, then it's likely that they're going to do a lot of damage and you're going to die. With the bosses, you can just like focus on them and retry them so you beat them. But the enemies spawn quite a bit more often on every map. So honestly, you'll probably see me struggling more on the field than I will with the bosses. Always remember to save before a boss room, or to save if you reach an area that looks suspiciously open or looks like it could be a boss area, because this game does not allow you to save or exit a fight, a boss encounter, without loading. Your only options are to retry and reload. So be very careful with saving in this game. The dog is chewing a bottle in the background, so I'm going to mute the mic. Our mascot's being useful. This game is really big, so it's definitely a good deal to pick up once it goes on sale when the new one's released. I don't think the choices matter, they're purely up to you. This was the first Ys game that I actually got into. I owned the original Ys cartridge for the Super Nintendo, but I was awful at it and didn't get very far. The game begins proper once you arrive on the island, and that takes I'd say maybe 15 to 20 minutes if you're really fast with the dialogue. That would have been totally fine if they would have allowed you to skip this segment for once you beat the game or once you do a second playthrough. This is mostly all storyboarding, to be honest. アルタゴ公国とロムン帝国が紛争中なのは知ってるだろう。あの海域に立ち入れるとしたらそれこそロムン艦隊ぐらいだよ。An interesting thing about the E series is it doesn't change out protagonists. Adol is and always has been the protagonist of every game. こいつといると退屈だけはしないぜ。アドルが歩けば冒険に当たるってね。カシュ、お前さんもどうだい？遠慮しておくよ。ところで2人とも休憩時間はそろそろ終わりだ。ドギは戦争の方でさっきの作業を再開してくれ。もうそんな時間か。やれ、それじゃもうひと踏ん張りしますかね。アドル、また後でな。いや、戦争はドギのおかげですぐ肩がつきそう。アドルはバルバロス船長のところへ行ってくれ。仕事が一区切りついたら船長室へよこすよう言われてるんだ。船長室は甲板の後方にある。よろしく頼んだよ。You can interact with these characters if you want. It doesn't really have much bearing on the story. Just complete the assigned objectives and progress to the island. Nothing you really do on this ship has any bearing on the story, unless you just want to explore all the different dialogue options. I don't even think there are any items to collect on the ship. My first playthrough was on hard, and honestly I didn't even get probably even halfway through the game. It gets harder and harder to figure out what to do and where to go next. And sometimes the map isn't so useful. It'll give you a point you need to go to, but that point might be above or below where you thought it was. So you're wandering around looking for an entrance when it's above you or below you. Hey, welcome. The game proper will begin in about 15 to 20 minutes. This is the prologue chapter. Most of what you do has no bearing on the story here. We won't be skipping the dialogue due to the fact that we will be posting this to YouTube. So if you don't want to watch all this stuff, maybe come back in 5-10 minutes. I'll probably have both videos posted at once so people can skip this if they want.
もしかして。
そうきたか。だが残念なことに答えられる者はこの世にいない。
Because a lot of you are just here to see me suffer on Nightmare.
上陸して戻った者が過去に一人としていないからだ。ゲーテ界の船乗りですらどんな場所なのか誰も知らないのだ。
Oh yeah, the chat box. Oh, there we go, chat is live. Even though no one ever uses it, but it's there. Oh yeah, and I probably need to change out the lingo pick. More work for my editor, but at least it didn't end up in the main video or the main actual gameplay. I have no clue. I'm just spamming the X button. Just bear with me for a second. I get a picture that's more useful. Okay, once again. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on now. It's okay, I've played through this a bunch of times anyways. Sorry, we got stuff going on at the house, so I'm just like, this was a quick stream. I'm just gonna go with some standard. Oh good, stuff's still playing in the background. That's pretty nice. Gonna go with that. Oh yeah, that's great. 4本のマストを有しておりまして、サンドリアとエレシア大陸を結ぶ航路では最大級の Just press the X button. I don't know what's going on. Wait, what? There we go. My poor editor. Sorry about all that. Thankfully, I was able to get it all set up before the intro cleared, because this is really easy to re-record. And probably the majority of our views actually won't be until we get to the main island anyways. Once again, it's up to you whether you want to interact with the people here. Chances are, if you played through this game more than a little bit, or at least a little bit at least, you probably aren't going to interact with everybody all over again. And there's no real reason to do so. What you want to do here is go to all the rooms with the event marker and go ahead and clear those events. Suspicious man knows he's suspicious. That's not suspicious. We got something down here. Maybe there's a door. Aha. No, I'm hungry even though I just ate. Dogi, why'd you have to be in the kitchen? So I think we got the lower area cleared. Forget where the next goal is. Can we get a full map? Oh, what the hell? That's concerning. Wow. Oh, cool. So we do get a mini map. I forgot about that. Sorry, it's been a while since I played. Everyone does indeed seem suspicious. So we cleared that event flag. Now I just gotta oh, how'd I get here? Well, it must be. So I don't really remember the ship layout that well, but that's due to the fact that the ship's kind of irrelevant after the events that are about to transpire. So it's not really important to remember it either. Or rather, it'd be kind of pointless.
島から距離は取っているはずだが、まさかな。なんだあれは。何の騒ぎだ。
Alright, so indeed I was right, about 15 to 20 minutes. The ship chapter is about to end. We're going to run into our first boss encounter. I beat this one on PC. We were trying the multiplayer. Because you can actually, there's actually a Steam mod that allows you to control the partner character that would normally be calm only with the second controller. So if you got two really good players, then you'll be doing good. You'll be doing a lot better. It'll be a little bit more fun. Alright, this took me a couple tries even in multiplayer. You can try to attack it if you want. But this is really just a segment that's meant to teach you how to evade. An interesting thing to note about flash guarding is it can't be spammed. There is a short recharge time after each attempt. I think you can chain together multiple flash guards as long as you don't fail. That was really close. For me, whenever he goes to slam, I always press the flash guard button anyways, just on the off chance that I don't get out of the way in time. Like right there. This is mostly just a training fight, obviously. But it is actually pretty intense on the higher difficulties. And due to the fact that you can't level prior to this fight, it can be pretty difficult. So you can't be like over leveled. Or leveled at all, really. I see. Okay, I'll just stick to spamming normal attacks. Wow, they really gave him a lot of health. Ah, that's bad. Really hate to have to do this over again. Oh man, that was close. What? Do I really have 0 health? No way. That's awesome. Not bad. The first couple of fails were literally me trying to figure out flashcarding again. It's definitely something you want to figure out early on, because it's an incredibly powerful technique to have at your disposal. This stream is going to go for about another 15 more minutes. But by that time, we should have the start of the game done. So we should be at the main island. I think the tentacle fight was the only part of the battle you actually do. I think that it's pretty much over now, and this is all scripted events. I could be wrong. Nah, people are falling off the ship. This is probably it. Interestingly enough, we never see what kind of monster has actually assailed the ship. But we can assume it's probably your stereotypical giant squid. Monster Nox is coming out next year. Definitely gonna pick it up for PS5. These are really solid JRPG games.